And now ready. So let's start for today. And today, I am not able to start a live stream timely, so I would just keep it short, and I would just like to keep it as short as possible and around 1 hour today. And today I would like to continue on. Uh, but first, welcome. Welcome back to the session, and this is a session. This is the day 28 for a game called Last Banana, where the where the main character is a gorilla, and the other two characters are the bull and the tiger, which are trying to fight and find who is the king of the forest. So that's basically the backstory of the game, and today I want to continue on the level and conditions for the fights. And uh, I found out that I forgot to add this end conditions, and I forgot to add implemented that animation and the win condition and the lose condition. Actually, yesterday I have spent some time over the let's unload this scene and unload the studio. Also, today I found some time to implement this section for implementing the tutorial, and when the player just starts the game, it can run over the screen, and if it touches one of the doors, do you want to enter the fight without finishing tutorial? Yes and no actions, and here is the tutorial steps. So which is called right click, throw a banana to monkey, and approach to monkey, and hold right click to locked on target, and now the locked on target is done. And also for the final thing about the tutorial is just eating and increasing the health of the player, then player can enter the fight zone, fights with the one of the enemies. So the first door is opening to the bull, and the second door would open to the tiger's room. Hello YG, thanks a lot. And the second door is entering for the tiger. So you are entering the zone of the tiger. Do you want to proceed? Then when I press the yes, it enters the room of the tiger, and the fight would begin. So today I would like to focus on to implement the level and conditions for the bull and the tiger fights. So let's start with the tiger fight, and I found out that I forget to implement the eat button over the tiger section, tiger scene. So let's just implement this thing over here quickly. Here's the eat banana under the yellow banana fields. Here is the eat banana, okay, and unload this scene, and here is the eat banana. So what would happen if I press this guy? Nothing is happening, and I have probably had a problem with the assignment of the eat banana. So let's find, this is under the weapon script, and eat a banana from the back. Let's find the player, get the weapon screen, and eat a banana from the back with the button. And unload the bullfight. When I press the eat banana, monkey just starts to eat one of the bananas from the back. Let's say the monkey got some damage, and after the eat section is enabled again, the monkey can eat one more banana, and it fills the health of the monkey. It's the 10% right now, and I try to eat one more, and it's okay now. So let's just continue on the thing that I do not understand why the cycle is started like this. So here is the tiger, here is the tiger fight, and I do not understand the reason behind the... Okay, it's just starting with the 360 degree because the health of the enemy. Let's reset it to 100 to level start condition, and here is the loop is started, and now the tiger is just trying to and it's angry and it's after the gorilla, and the gorilla is trying to run away from the tiger. So here is your bananas. And for the enemy already eliminated section, I want to implement this that section. Hey Bob Stamos, welcome back to the this game development series. How are you, by the way? I hope that you are feeling okay. You are feeling nice. You are feeling fine. And here is the enemy animator. And if the enemy health is less than 0, let's set this enemy animator to is that true, and also disable the player movement. I'm also fine, Bob Steins. Thanks for asking out. I'm feeling fine, and actually I'm feeling a little bit tired, but so far so good, and I'm feeling confident about the game. I feel like I managed to finalize the game probably tomorrow or the day after, before it turns into the 30 days. And for the final things, I just started to implement the final missing parts that I want to implement the level end section for both if the player is eliminated and if the enemy is eliminated, and I just try to implement both in both cases into the game, and the cycles that if the player is eliminated, it shows a scene, it gives a warning to the player and returns back to the welcome section, and if the player manages to beat the enemy, then it would just gives a victory section and gives the possibility for returning back to the previous section with one of the doors is open, or one of the doors is finalized. I'm not really sure about the visual aspects of that parts yet, but the first thing that I want to implement is that animation over here. And if the enemy is that, just set this is that animation, and also get the enemy loop, and okay, this is enemy, and get component enemy loop, and disable it. So let's see that if it would get the effect that I wanted. Let's get the enemy to health of 10. Okay, I'm not really sure what this tornado reference rate is not assigned. So let's just assign the tornado yellow also for the Okay, here is the tornado red. And I cannot manage to get close to the okay, let's just copy the value, copy this, wait 4 seconds, yes. Let's copy this value and paste it over here, like just get player to wait for 10 seconds without doing, get enemy to wait for 10 seconds without doing anything. But it's not working. Why? Okay, it's waiting and it's dead. But it seems like it's not dead yet. It's continuously dying right now. So here is the die section, and I do not want this animation to run continuously. Then the player is dead, the enemy is dead. Let's get close to the enemy. And I can celebrate it, and it looks like the cycle continues even though the enemy loop is disabled. But why? Why this cycle is continuing? Okay, now the enemy is dead. Get the enemy game object. Find the enemy game object, and enemy loop is also disabled. Okay, it looks like it's disabled. But why this thing is continuing? So instead of disabling the game object, let's just add a stop all coroutine under this game object. Can I call this stop all coroutines? Stop all coroutines. Stops all coroutines running on this behavior. Or stop coroutine. Okay, let's use this. Stop all coroutines under the enemy. Stop all coroutines under the enemy, and let's see that if that would be a quick fix for this issue. Now you are dead. Also, I need to update this UI element according to the player's current health, and it looks like it's not solving the problem that I currently have. So why this problem is continuous? Somehow probably I need to kill this do enemy movement cycle, do enemy movement coroutine. So here is where the coroutine is started, and here is where the coroutine is continuing. So if where I start the coroutine, let's have a reference for this coroutine. Coroutine enemy cycle coroutine. Since this coroutine is not dependent on the main game object, the enemy loop game object, let's assign this over here and stop enemy movement cycle. And let's have this as a public void. Let's make this accessible from another script. Stop coroutine. This one, this guy. And stop enemy movement cycle. Let's also implement the, let's also call this action underneath as the get components, enemy loop, and then disable stop enemy movement cycle. And this should do the trick, I hope. Also, for the final enemy movement, the player is changing the darken environment section, and if the player is dead during this darken environment section, I need to get this darken environment routine to be finalized. So let's also do this thing around here. Should play with this, don't attack in cycles, can get hit. Darken. It's dashing to the screen. Darken. Environments. Set track gorilla to. Okay. With darken environment time. And this starts the coroutine. If locked on player is false, then do this. Otherwise, do that. And this guy also has a coroutine. Coroutine reference as the darken environments coroutine. And let's assign this coroutine for the starts. Under the starts, and also public void reset darken environments, and underneath I should just stop this coroutine also manually. And also set the size of this mask image back to the value that this should be the background image size, I suppose. This is a circle size, this is the background image size, and let's reset this value back to masking size delta. Let's assign it to the background size, multiply this, since this is a vector, let's multiply this by vector to 1. Okay, this is for reverting the value back. I stopped the coroutine, I revert the value back to the start value. And what else I need to do? If lock on player, and also I should set this lock on player to false. And let's try this. Let's play test it. Enter the play modes. The tiger is dead, and now the enemy loop Is it started? No. It's good. It's perfect. It's the thing that I wanted. So let's just try this. Let's just lower lower the value of this. Wait for seconds to, let's say, 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Then start this darken environment for 10 seconds and try to kill the okay, I cannot kill. It seems like I cannot kill the guy. So let's try this once more. When the dark environment is happening, let's just wait 3 seconds for start the next attack. And now the player is dead. But it seems like the cycle is continuing. Okay, are you still dead? Yes. And it seems like I forgot to implement this thing. Implement this section, so in order to implement it, instead of setra gorilla, let's just use this reset darken environment. If it's within this reset darken environment, just reset the value and then stop enemy movement cycle. Wait for 3 seconds. Darken environment is happening and then voila. It resets back to the section that I wanted, but it does not stop the cycle. What's that? Cannot be that. This does the coroutine. Okay. But it seems like it's not stopping the 360 movement. Spawn shadow running towards rotation 360. Yes. When this thing is happening, it just starts, it goes over here. And this also has its own coroutine. Okay, I feel like I have added lots and lots of coroutines throughout the script, so why not add another reference for the same coroutine as the spawn tornadoes with delay. Coroutine spawn tornadoes with delay. And let's have a public void reset spawn tornadoes with delay coroutine. And underneath, let's just stop coroutine this one. And that's all. Also, let's implement a if statement that if this variable is not null, then try to stop this coroutine. Otherwise, it may create me a null reference error. So let's also implement the same approach to the other coroutine where this darken environment. Okay, over here let's find the get component enemy weapon, and stop coroutine, spawn minion coroutine, 360 attack. Here you are. And for the final thing, I need to find out this guy, and this is just looking for this spawn coroutine. So if icon environment coroutine is null, is not null, then call the stop coroutine. Otherwise, do the rest of the logic, and try to implement the same approach over here. So the tiger is dead, and nothing comes out of the tiger anymore. Right? But it can damage the player still. In order to make it stop damaging the player, I can disable the circle collider, but that would not be a good approach. How about disabling the enemy weapon? Okay, that's also not a good approach. Why can't I disable the enemy? Because the logic is happening over here, and if transform is player is happening. So let's add a boolean over here that is that boolean is enemy that, and set this to false by default. Let's get this thing underneath here, and if is player is enemy that, then return, actually move this if statement as a guard cause under the on collision enter 2D. If the enemy is dead, it's not it will not call the rest of the code. And also add is enemy dead, set this to true over here. Right now, when the enemy is dead, it's the script just set the enemy dead boolean to true, and since the is enemy dead boolean is true, the on collision enter 2D, which is a physics, which is run on a physics system on this game, it stops calling. It should stop calling the rest of the method, and now my monkey cannot get hurt by the player, and it's time for little celebration. And let's implement the same thing for the monkey also. If the monkey got that, player already eliminated. And instead of having this thing, let's implement this as a method, other method, that public void do after enemy died. Do after enemy died, and not enemy died, enemy dead. Do after enemy dead. And also use the same logic, so use the same approach under the player section. And when player got hit, player already eliminated, and over here that void do after player dies, player dead. When the player is dead, I should also call some of these sections, but it's not applicable for the bool section. So is player dead, I need to separate some of the logic between the bool section and for the bool section, because I use the player script both in the bool section and both in the tiger section, and I need to separate the logic between them, because in the bool section, there would not be any track gorilla location script. So if I use this line in the bool section, it would generate me an error that this one is missing. So that should be the case that I need to be careful about this. So is player, that's it's false, it should be false by default, and add a boolean over here and set the is player, that's over here, and the on collision enter 2D. If is player that, then I do not want any collision is happening with the bananas because the player is already dead. Also, I want to disable, and for the also I need to update the player animator and set this bool to instead to true, and I want to use this logic, and let's just add a command that below section should be called under tiger fight. Called one in tiger fight scene, and the rest of the code: stop 360 attack, stop enemy movement cycle. Maybe these should be also considered, and enemy loop enabled. Set this to false. Okay, when the player is dead, let's call this one, but I also want to get the component find object of type the line renderer drawer, and disable attacks. This should disable the attacks of the player, disable the input attacks, both the melee and the range attacks, and also I want the player to disable controls. This is for the movement, disabling the movement controls. Below line of codes should be applicable both in tiger and bull fight sections. And reload the domain, exit from the play mode, re-enter into the play mode, playtest this. Now the player is dead. Player should be dead, but player is not dead. Why are you not dead? This is the enemy loop. Okay, what's happening? Player already eliminated, yes. Then this method should be called. Then it should call the return in order to stop the code to be called further. Get to the tiger and null reference error. Perfect. Get component, because it should not be get component, it should be find component, because it's on the enemy loop. And this is not an optimized way of calling the code, but I mistakenly killed the cat. Now the enemy is dead, but I can move the dead gorilla, even though it cannot send any attacks and it cannot throw any bananas anymore, but it can move around. So why can't I disable the controls? This is set is working to so 0 and enable controls is set to false. Okay. Now I shouldn't be able to call this, but something seems wrong. And let's enter the debug mode, check the boolean that if it's set to false, is player that? Yes, is the player that? And this is not the welcome scene. Perfect. But why can I be able to move the player? Move to that player within the scene. So what was the reason? Enable controls. This is the boolean I'm looking for, and this is the public one. But this is not set to false. Why? Disable attacks, disable controls. When I call the disable controls, it should set the enable controls to false, and let's add a debug break over here to check the value. And it seems like after the gorilla is dead, it somehow enables itself. So let's close the okay. This disable controls is called. And how about just call this boolean and set this is walking to false, and is there any event attached to this is walking animation? But it shouldn't be. So let's just try to call this thing again, and in order to make it simpler, let's just reduce the amount of health the player has. And after the first touch with the tiger, it should be dead. And okay, it disables controls, and somehow it enables the controls again. So where is the reason of this thing? Enable player attack and player controls. Do kickback effect, and after the kickback effect is finalized, it enabled the controls. This may be the reason that when the player got any health, when the player got any hit from the opponent, it just did a little kickback effect for over the player over the gorilla, and this just disables the movement. This just disables the controls for about 100 milliseconds. Then it just enables the controls, and this should be the case where where I got the problem. So let's use this boolean as the if is player that. If is player is not that, then enable the controls. But if the player is dead, do not enable the controls. And this should do the trick. Here is the gorilla, and now the gorilla is dead and it cannot move. And the tiger wins. Perfect. So after the fight is finalized, by the way, I'm not really sure why the gorilla health section is not updated. Player health left fill amount. Also, let's just call this thing at the start. Let's call this thing at the start of the game, and also when the player got hit. This would update the UI elements. Game starts, and now I can see the gorilla's health, and when the player is dead, touches to the tiger, it continues to create its, I don't know, tornadoes, and the cycle continues. Okay, what was the reason behind it? Why you cannot stop the 360 attack? Not stop 360 attack, but I should have a coroutine over here. Reset spawn tornadoes with delay coroutine. This should be the one. Not stop 300 attack. Right? Yes. This should be the one. And also I need to update this under the enemy section. I was probably have a problem with the enemy weapon, so let's try this thing again and let the tiger 2 start its 360 attack, and 1, 2, 3. Now the player is dead. Okay, it continues to spawn tornadoes. Now the cycle is finished. It should not. It's darkening the environment. Spawn tornadoes with delay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Spawn tornadoes because I forget to add a reference for spawn tornadoes with delay. Coroutine is spawning tornadoes. Let's also implement this thing over here. This is for spawning the tornadoes, and after the tornado is finished, this is just spawning tornado, spawn tornado. And let's also set the boolean to false. How about now? Now the gorilla cannot see anything. See the tornado, and it stops rotating around. Okay, and it continues to darken the environment. So why the cycle is continuing? Why? Because I also reset the darken environment, but okay, let's find the enemy loop. I think that I know where the problem is happening. Under the enemy loop, within the enemy cycle, before starting the next coroutine, also I did not assign the enemy cycle coroutine would be assigned to this one also, and also if enemy is that or is that stop and movement cycle. And let's also have a boolean over here is enemy that. Set this to false by default. And if this stop coroutine is called, set this is enemy that to true. Actually, this would be unuseful, but this would be useless. But let's use this anyway in order to be have a second check before starting another coroutine. So now here is the tiger. It starts the coroutine for the darken environment, and here is the tornado. It stops tornado coroutine. It should stop right now. Okay. I probably should manually disable this. Manually disable the particle system underneath the tiger, while the tiger is doing this 360 attack, like this one. And now it's all seems fine. And before continue on the next thing, I want to make this update section. I want to implement the update UI elements section for the player also. Let's update the health section over here, and also update health section when it's get a start method. Here is the tiger, here is the tiger that is close to that, and now the gorilla is that, and it cannot move, and the tiger stops its cycles, and the gorilla is just basically that. Maybe an X image over the gorilla would be a good symbol. And can I? Yes, it can. It can eat banana. And also I definitely need to disable the banana, the eat section. And if I press the E key, yes, it also gives the player to eat a banana option. So when the player is dead, or when the player is dead, is player dead. When I set this to true, I need to find the eat banana button, which is over here, and eat a banana from back. Let's find the object of type eat a banana from the back, and let's just disable the game object of this in order to make it not applicable for eating another banana. I have the gorilla touched the tiger, and it's dead, and the gorilla cannot eat a banana neither with the E key, nor the banana button is there. So the banana section is already also implemented. And another thing, when the fight is finalized, let's also implement a okay, the implement X over the eliminated character. Yes, I would take a note of this and maybe implement this thing over here to get to show the player who is eliminated. What is final? What is also needed? That what is missing? The text section. You are dead, or you managed to kill the kill the what? You managed to kill the tiger. Okay, let's find the sections. Let's find the GUI element and copy the same GUI element over here. Hi, Young Doom. Hi, how are you? I hope that you are having a good night, good evening. And here is the door welcome text. Under the background image. Let's copy the same elements over here. And I'll not see. Save it. What would happen if I enable the text? But where is the background? Why the background is missing? The source image is missing. You know, it should create a transparent image in the background, but something is not correct right now. You are not entering the zone of the tiger. I'm not really sure what is missing, so let me just check it. That's by unloading this scene and entering the welcome scene again. Save scene, unload scene. Try to touch the door. Okay. The backgrounds under the GUI. Okay, this is the image. This does not have any. How can I be able to set this thing? Load the scene, unload the scene, try to enable the game object. Where is it? It's under the GUI. Here is the background image. No. Here should be the background image. Here is door welcome text and okay. Let's rename this as the level and text. Level and text, and this should I opened the wrong section, but this is also needed for the bullfight section. And let's open the tiger fight, unload the wolf section, find the GUI element, and over here let's add this level and text. But somehow it's not happening. It does not create the effect that I wanted over here, and I do not understand the reason why. Because of this, no. Something is preventing. Yes, this is preventing. This is preventing to enable me the enable. This is preventing for enabling the level and text effects. So when the level and is happening, when the level and section is called, let's add a section for the level and logic. And in order to implement this level and logic, let's have serialized field as the first game object or the list of game objects. Game objects to be disabled when the level end condition is met, and also the other game object, game object to be enabled. And also I would need a serialized field for the TMP text field. TMP.text text fields to be updated. And public void call level and condition with a boolean of is player win, and if is player win, do this, otherwise do that. But in either case, let's loop through these elements, game objects that are needed to be disabled. Item set active to false, and also enable the game object that is needed to be enabled, set active to true, and if the is player win is called, let's update the text field as you managed to beat the tiger. Congratulations. I'm not really sure how this is the correct way. So let's use the same thing and let's go back, go to other fight, the other fight. Let's continue to other fight. And over here, tiger managed to beat you. Do you want to try again? And also, I would need a buttons. Yes and no buttons for the level end. That if the players, if the player win, then it should ask for the. Sorry, if the player is the player lose, tiger managed to beat you. Do you want to try again? If you want to try again, it should. The player should press the yes button, and it should reload the scene again with the gorilla and the tiger values are reset back to the scene start values. And this section would be an easier one to implement. So let's start with this one. Set selected scene manager of gorilla. Yes button says enable door. Okay, so over here that let's assign the buttons as the public void restart the scene. With the value that's the load scene, but under the load scene I do not want to use the last banana tiger fight, but instead scene manager get active scene. Okay, active scene dot name, and it restarts the reloads the current scene. But if I want to call return back to welcome scene, then I should update the name as the here is the scene of the welcome scene. Here is this welcome scene, and this should do the trick. And let's find the yes and no buttons in order to assign this thing before the time runs out. And this is under the level and logic. This is also under the GUI, level and logic, and I forgot to reload the domain. Level and logic, and restart the scene, or under the yes button. And when I press when the player presses the no button, this should actually it would not be a good case to assign the buttons. Over here instead it would be better to assign the buttons under the script, but since I got only 10 seconds left, let's end over here and disable the level and text. And the final thing I want to do is that I want to assign before calling it a day, I want to assign the elements, because tomorrow I would probably forget that what should be those elements. So let me just assign those over here, and the game object to be enabled should be the level and text, and the text fields should be updated, should be this guy. And also maybe tomorrow I would need to assign the buttons also for the yes and no buttons for continue the current for retrying the fight in the for restarting the current scene, or just returning back, or just giving the option to the player for returning back to the previous scene, the welcome scene. Anyway, in each case, I'm feeling tired and I feel like I'm finalized for today, and I have some to-do list for tomorrow, and I hope that tomorrow I would spend my hour for implementing some of the sound effects and maybe implementing some musics for the gameplay in order to increase the in order to get a better gameplay for the game. And that's all for me. If you are still watching, have a nice evening, have a great evening, have a great night, and I'm off for today. Bye. Not hi, bye, bye. I said bye.